Hello, everyone. My name is Louis Scicli, and I want to welcome you to the show. Our show will cover local news, local events, and politics. Please look for news shows every week on our website and Facebook page. We want to thank everyone for your ongoing support, and we hope you enjoy the show. Good morning, everyone. I'm with Shawn Phillips this morning. Good morning, Shawn.
Good morning, Louis. How's everybody?
Well, it's been a long week, and we try to, like I said before, in every podcast, we try to do as many of these as possible. We're going to hopefully get back into the routine of doing these podcasts and have a great show for everybody. We're going to try to leave politics out of it as much as possible because we're all sick of politics right now. I know at least I am. So how about you?
It wore me out.
It did. Try running for election for something, then you're going to really get worn out. Yep. So, but now we're over that. So we got a lot of good stuff to talk about today. I know we try to put in events, some local news. We try to talk about some restaurants, local restaurants and stuff that we've attended and things like that. So what's the first thing I'm going to leave it up to you on what you want to hit on first. You want to hit on events first?
Well,
or
weather-wise, just throw that out there.
Yeah.
You will need a raincoat today. It's going to be roughly around 70 degrees, and towards the afternoon around 2 o'clock, there's a possibility of rain.
Possibility? What percent did they say? Hopefully not much.
30 to 50%.
Because we've had great weather all week.
We have.
I don't want to
warmed up, and here we are in short sleeves. You can actually, middle of the day, go out there, sit back and relax in the sun.
And I know, I bought a motorcycle, so I'm really excited to ride it. But it's like every day, it's like I'm either working, and then when I get off work, it starts to get cold. So, and now the rain's going to be here today, which I wanted to ride today sometime, but that ain't going to happen either.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out for this weekend.
That's right. So other than that, I found this little interesting tidbit. This is just a little bit of news. Got this from News 10. Arbys is debuting fry-flavored vodka.
What?
Yep. Vodka that is tasting like their curly fries and their crinkle cut fries.
Vodka
For the holiday season. $60, just under $60 a bottle.
Okay.
So if you like their crinkle fries or you like Arby's,
that's kind of gross, though, isn't it? I would think.
It doesn't interest me much at all.
I mean, what did they do? They just mix some stuff up, and then they're like, "Hey, this kind of tastes like fries. Right. Let's rebrand it."
Like, do you pour ketchup in the vodka glass?
Oh,
fries and ketchup. So.
You know what? Though I'll try it just to see what it's about.
Yeah.
I mean, and where can you buy that at? Liquor stores.
Being that it's vodka in Virginia, it would have to be in the liquor stores if it's available in Virginia.
I just don't know who would actually go and ask for that in a liquor store.
Right.
Do you get that vodka that tastes like French fries? I mean, to me, it just don't even sound good.
No.
Weird. I tell you, people come up with some off-the-wall things, but you know what's crazy? It'll probably be a big hit.
That's right.
I mean, we think it's crazy until you start selling a crap load of it, and you're like, man, that really sold.
Yeah, who would have thought?
So...
And more importantly, it's Veterans Day. Yesterday was the Marines' birthday. 100 years, I believe, is what I heard. And today is Veterans Day.
Yes.
So you were a veteran. So
yeah.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. And I thank everyone out there. And what can they get on Veterans Day?
Well,
I mean, something's got to be discounted or free. Or I'm sorry for scratching my nose, but it just itches, and I know it's inappropriate. But sorry.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
When it itches, scratch it. So let's see. Bob Evans, which we don't have here, so I won't tell anybody about that. IHOP has, for veterans and active duty members, can get a free red, white, and blue pancake. Golden Corral has some offerings, free drink with a meal. Red Lobster can get a free appetizer or dessert. Buffalo Wild Wings get a free order of 10 boneless wings and fries. Wendy's, Starbucks, Barnes & Noble, 7-Eleven, free coffee or Big Gulp. Love 7-Eleven coffee.
So any veteran can go into 7-Eleven and get a free coffee?
Any veteran or active duty member.
No kidding.
No kidding.
Man, I went to 7-Eleven to buy coffee this morning.
You paid for it. Now you got to go back to 7-Eleven and get a free one.
But what do you have to show them? Do you have to show them a military ID?
I don't know if they ever really asked.
Because I don't have a military ID.
Yeah, I don't know if they asked. You don't have that card. What do they call that card?
Well, I wasn't retired military.
Well, no, even just if you're honorably.
I never got a card.
There's a card you can apply for.
Really? I need to do that then.
Yeah, I do not know, but I know that.
I mean, I got the DD 214. You know, when you're discharged, when you're discharged and you leave, they give you this paperwork. I need to find out about that.
Yeah, that's it. The DD-14. You fill that out.
Yeah.
They give you a card.
I got it. I got a DD-14.
And when you go to Lowe's or Home Depot, yeah.
Well, I signed up for the Lowe's discount through the military and had to provide that to them to prove I was in the military, but I never got a card from the military.
Okay.
I'll check on it though.
So free donut at Dunkin', so you can go to 7-Eleven, get your coffee, go to Dunkin' Donuts and get your donut.
Man.
Yeah, we don't have a Krispy Kreme around here. You could get a free coffee and donut.
And someone said we had a Krispy Kreme at one time.
We did. It's where the Little Caesar sits on Candler's Mountain Road.
How could that leave?
I'm a fanatic about donuts.
Krispy Kreme especially. I mean, what happened to it? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I know it came around the time of the Atkins diet when it was a real fanatical thing. And
so what? No one bought donuts?
So, that's just an assumption, but yeah, it should have lasted. It was in a perfect spot for the colleges and the universities, so I don't know why it didn't last.
That's like, how could a Krispy Kreme ever go out of business? I mean, unless you just had like health issues in the place and it was,
And I'd say let's open one, but I'd turn out to be a 300-pound little short guy. So, no.
Back on the Atkins diet.
That's right. But I love donuts, and I've got a couple of donut places around Virginia that I frequent when I'm on the road.
I had a donut this morning. I got it at 7-Eleven.
Was it blueberry cake?
No, it was a chocolate glaze.
So I'll say something about 7-Eleven. 7-Eleven seems to be the topic this morning, but 7-Eleven's blueberry donut, and I'm not joking. I've tried a lot of blueberry cake donuts, and 7-Eleven's blueberry cake donut is one of the best that I've ever had.
I haven't seen one in my 7-Eleven. Have you bought them out of mine?
Yeah, they're usually in the top left-hand corner.
I didn't. Yeah,
I know exactly.
Well, I'm gonna check because unless they're either sold out before I got there early. It's like, what time is it now? Like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
I got there like 5:30, and they didn't. I don't remember seeing it, but I'm gonna check from now on.
Yeah, they come from some bakery down in Virginia Beach, is what I've been told from one of the owners.
Oh, no kidding.
But, they were out one day, and I was so disappointed. I said, "What happened?" They said, "Well, they couldn't get down here because of the ice. It was in the wintertime."
The coffee, though, blueberry coffee. I went by there, so we're going to see the 7-Eleven.
Free advertisement.
Yep. But their blueberry coffee is awesome.
Yep.
I mean, I bought it, tried it at home. I bought the grounds up, the coffee grounds. Yeah. Not the same, man. No. I don't know what it is. It's got to be something, the water, the way they eat. I don't know.
Right.
It's not the same. So I buy it there in the mornings.
So thank you for all the veterans that are out there that you served, and we greatly appreciate you guys, and hope you have a great Veterans Day in remembrance of those who served. Well, this is for those who are serving currently or have served in the past. So.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. What else we got on there besides? I know we wanted to talk about some local restaurants and stuff. I don't know what order you want to do it in. It's up to you. We don't. Our format is however we decide to do it.
That's right.
And how awake we are when we get to the studio.
Have you been to the Parkway yet?
No, I haven't been either.
Okay, if you haven't been to the Parkway, the leaves are looking really nice.
When did you go?
I haven't been up there.
I was like, wait a minute.
We're going out of town soon, heading to Williamsburg area, and I'm kind of excited about seeing all the leaves change down there because that's a beautiful area in the fall.
Was it you that told me, or some customer that came in my work? He said the restaurant at the Parkway closed.
You and I had talked about that, and I'm not sure. The one at Peaks of Otter, the Peaks of Otter Lodge restaurant.
Yeah. Does that mean they just closed because of the season, or they closed?
We'll have to find out.
Yeah, I want to find that out.
About that, and then we'll have to make a trip up there and do a review on that restaurant.
I've ate there many years back. And it was awesome.
It was. I've been there once before.
Yeah, but
years ago.
We'll do that. We'll take a trip and check it out. I would like to go up there.
Yeah,
I'd like to ride my motorcycle up there, but that ain't happening anytime soon.
How's Saturday's so cool?
This Saturday?
Yeah.
I thought you were going out of town Saturday.
Well, I am, but you're not.
Oh no, I might be going up north.
I don't have a motorcycle.
That's right. We had to get you one.
Give me a trike.
That's right.
So, yep. You had mentioned a burger you had recently.
Oh, yes. What is the name? I know it's downtown on Main Street. Is it called the Main Street Diner? Is
Main Street Market.
Market, that's it. Main Street Market. I know the guy that owns the place, his name is Rodney, and I used to live down there in the lofts above it. When I first moved back to Lynchburg, I rented a property down there above it in the same building. And I used to go there and eat like all the time because it was convenient, but I haven't been there in a while. So I did go there yesterday. My brother was with me. We went down to a place down there, visit a guy that buys coins and stuff. And we went down there to visit him, but we stopped there. And I got a burger. And again, I don't eat a lot of burgers. I eat them every once in a while, but on the menu, I just felt like trying another place for another burger, and I ate the burger, and it was awesome. And my brother's a very picky eater. And when I say picky, if you can't cook something the way he wants it cooked, he won't order it. And the first thing he always does, and this is crazy, but he'll say, I'd like to order a burger, but can I get it rare? And when I'm talking rare, he gets it to where just the outside of it is cooked, and that's literally it. When he bites into it, I can see the meat that's raw inside of the burger. And it's kind of, to me, it's disgusting.
You don't want to watch him eat a burger.
No, it's kind of like you're taking the plastic off the wrap of a burger pack and just eating the burger. Right. But he said to the lady, he says, I'd like to get a burger. Can I get it rare? And the lady goes, yeah. And he's all for it then. He's like, oh, yeah, I'll take that. Because most restaurants, they won't cook it rare. They'll cook it medium rare or medium or whatever, but typically not rare. Right. But I always eat mine medium rare. And I like it more on the medium side than the rare when it comes to hamburger meat, because you can get sick real quick if you eat bad hamburger meat that's not cooked through. So she brought them back to us and put them on the table. And I looked down at his. I knew his was rare. You know why? The blood was dripping. The blood was dripping off on the plate, and I looked at the bottom of the plate, and it was a pool of meat blood. And I'm like, I looked at him. He says to me, I hope it's rare. I said, Robert, let me tell you something. Your burger's definitely rare. You ain't got to worry about thinking it and you're hoping it's rare. It's rare. And he goes, what do you mean? I said, look at your plate. Then he looked and he goes, good. I'm like, oh my God.
Put it down and it moved.
Oh, it definitely, it was gross. I mean, we had French fries too, right? In the plate, the blood was so heavy that it was like run over to where the French fries were.
And I know you aren't eating breakfast right now.
And he was looking at it like foaming at the mouth, ready to eat it, right? And I'm like, oh God. So, but it was good. It was a good flavored burger. And even when he bit into it, I said, what do you think? I said, I don't know how you taste it because it's just raw. Yeah. He goes, oh, no, it's got good flavor. I'm like, any meat uncooked's going to have a good flavor. It's raw.
And so that place is actually called Market at Main.
That's it, Market at Main.
And
great burgers.
904 Main Street is the address. They've got a really nice menu. So I just want to give them props. I've been there a number of times.
Oh, I've eaten a lot of stuff there in the past, but that's the first time I've had
a breakfast offering.
Yeah, the breakfast is awesome.
Yep. Yeah. Burgers and sandwiches, salads.
And it's kind of a neat atmosphere when you walk in there too. It's like, how would you explain that when you walk in? It's kind of like
the old warehouse kind of.
Yeah, it's atmosphere. Like it's cool though.
Yeah, open timbers and oak flooring.
Yeah, and the staff there is awesome. Most of the staff there are on the younger side. Well, I say younger because everybody's young to me now, but. They're friendly. They're not, come up to the table. What would you like to order? They're real friendly and happy. So that makes a big difference too when you go to restaurants. Because I've been to some restaurants, honestly, I don't even know why these people are working in the restaurant business and dealing with customers or dealing with the public. Because some of them, they're in the wrong field. I've had them walk up to the table and not even ask you what you want to drink. They'll walk up and go, "Are you guys ready?" Like, ready for what? It's like, give us a second. We just sat down and they're like trying to rush you to order or don't ask you if you want any water or what to drink. Just, are you ready? I'm like, man, get another job. I don't want to be down already on this podcast, but some of these people, they shouldn't be dealing with the public.
Well, I'm going to take us down a little bit.
Uh-oh.
And then back up.
Okay, good.
Because I don't want to talk about anything that negatively impacts those people who are employed and working around us, own restaurants and whatnot. But we had a visit to Cracker Barrel last week.
Do I need the beep button?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
So if you recall our Cracker Barrel visit. We were looking for some good breakfast, and Cracker Barrel was
Oh,
one of the
I
places
remember.
in
I know what
town.
you're going to say now. Okay.
And we figured we could get there by 10:45, and it would be perfect. You know, we're going to get ahead of the crowd and all that. We get there, and it's an hour wait. We're like, well, we really want breakfast. We're really hankering.
At that point, we were committed.
Yeah, we were.
Because what are we going to do now? Leave and
So-
go wait another hour somewhere else?
Our hour goes by, and we go sit down.
That's right.
And for some reason, the table beside us to the right and the table behind us, and they had little children, so there's a little bit more added to the story.
You're going to bust me out on this because what I
Oh,
ordered.
no,
aren't
I
you?
wouldn't even name names.
Okay,
So
now we know. I know.
We placed our order as soon as we got seated. The waitress was fine. And so we're enjoying the conversation, but, 10 minutes passes, 15 minutes pass, 20 minutes pass.
Oh, it was long.
25, 30 minutes pass, and we're starting to look at each other going, we're enjoying the conversation, but where's the food?
That's right.
And I think we let 45 minutes pass, which that's really patient.
I bet it was longer than that.
It may have been. And
I
then
think it was.
So we called the manager over, and again, I'm not naming names, but we called the manager over, talked to the manager, and he said, well, let me go check. He comes back, he says, I am so sorry, but he said, apparently they're holding up the order for pot pie. They don't have any pot pies ready. So we're just sitting there.
It was my pie.
And we're shocked. We're like, you held the whole order up for pot pies. And nobody came out and said anything and said, hey, do you want an alternative menu item? And
It was wrong. It was my pot pie. But the thing is, I felt bad because now I'm thinking, we're all waiting here an hour because of a pot pie. Yeah. Come back and say we don't have one. What would you like?
The right was waiting. They had little kids. The table behind us had little kids. They were waiting. But we were watching food roll out of the kitchen. I mean, food was going
all
out
around
of the kitchen
us
like crazy.
Nothing hit our table.
So anyway, they recovered.
But you know what I think may have happened really? I don't think the waitress was informed. I think what happened is she dropped the ticket off.
Yep.
The cooks go, oh, we don't have a pot pie, so let's put this ticket aside till we let her know. And she was assuming the food was getting cooked. That's the only thing I can think of. She was assuming the food was getting cooked. And then she went back. Well, it's her fault because she shouldn't have waited that long to go back and say, hey, man, where's the order for this table? They've been here for a long time. I don't think that happened. Yep. I think what happened was she assumed they were going to call her once it was ready, and they were busy with other orders. And time flies by with these waitresses and waiters because they're busy all the time. Yep. I think that's what happened. Yep. So I can't really blame her. Well, I can't, but.
So they recovered well. They brought the food out. And for the most part, all the food that came out was hot. Delicious as it usually was, as expected. And then the children, we actually complimented the people around us, the parents, because their children were outstanding because they were there about the same amount of time we were waiting on food. And the good of it was, and we're going to be the best customers that you're ever going to have because we're going to be polite. Even though we get a little impatient, we're going to be nice about it. And we were.
I was, yeah.
The manager came back and he said, listen, today's meals are on us. We messed up terribly.
Did he come to the table?
No, he talked to you.
Oh, yeah. I thought after I
mentioned names.
Oh.
I'm keeping it generic.
When I went up to the manager, I said, hey, I said, nothing for nothing, man. I said, I'm not complaining because I'm not a complainer ever with food. Unless it's really, really bad, I never complain. But I did say to him, we've been here a long time. And he looked at the computer screen. He goes, you know what? You have been here a long time. He goes, the meal's on us. We're going to pick up your meal. And I said, no, it's not about that. Because I don't want people to think it's about money. It's not about the money. I just want to make him aware so that someone else doesn't have to go through what we went through and just keep an eye on it. But he did pick up the check for the whole table for all of us, which is good.
So
nice
fortunately, it recovered well.
Yeah.
And we want to, Cracker Barrel, we love Cracker Barrel.
Yeah,
I have to admit, my rear end was getting sore. I was sitting there so long. I think we were there for about an hour and 10 minutes at the table.
I bet it was longer than that. I swear.
Maybe. It could have been.
Because keep in mind, the whole time we're talking and about everything, enjoying, and time's going by. That was a good thing out of it. We got something good. And the food was good, but we did have some good talks and had a good time. So
thank you, Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, thank you, Cracker Barrel.
Recovered.
Because that saved us about, I bet mine was about $30 to $40, which is cool. But I did tip her. I went back and tipped a waitress, and she, because again, I don't.
Yeah, she did fine.
Yeah.
She didn't really mess up.
But I got to tell you, if we do go back there, I'm going to make sure everyone's aware at Cracker Barrel when we get there, when we sit down, and how long we're going to be there. Because I don't want to sit there for. I bet it was well over an hour we sat there.
So you cooks back there, y'all
Yeah.
Y'all pay attention now.
It's the cooks that need to, if something goes down and someone
don't
orders
have pot
something.
pie, don't hold up.
No, don't just go tell your waitress, tell the waitress so she can let us know so we're not sitting there an hour and a half or 2 hours. I think it was more, but like an hour and a half. To be
So
honest.
we love you, Cracker Barrel.
Yes.
But we'll leave it like that.
Yeah. That's right. All right. So we're beyond the breakfast mishap.
All right. As far as events, let's see here. There's a couple of concerts, theaters,
Locally?
stuff going on. Renaissance Theater,
Okay.
Thomas Jefferson Wine Festival on Saturday. Of course, the markets are open on Saturday. You want a light jacket because it's chilly. Some of these things, and Louis and I were talking about it, we have some small walking tours and stuff, and I say small, they might not be so small, but like the Presbyterian Cemetery, which is, I think it's over 200 years old.
So what are we going to do? Walk through a cemetery?
Walk through a cemetery, and they will give you a history kind of of the.
I don't know if is that something that you want to do?
Eventually, I won't be able to do this one, but that one would be cool because
Do
I've
they
been
do
in
it
that
at night?
cemetery before. Well, they just, you missed all that. That was Halloween. They actually did ghost tours in the old cemetery downtown.
Did they really?
They did, absolutely.
I probably would have done. I know it's kind of
yeah.
weird, but I probably would have done that since we didn't have it's not like it's a scare mare.
No, it's just talking
But-
about the history of the place.
But they did that at night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have that candlelight tours and stuff. They call.
I don't know if walking through the cemetery at night like that's
I'd be all
appropriate.
for that. I do that.
I know, but it's kind of like I don't know. I like the scare mare. I can't believe we didn't have the scare mare this year at Liberty. Right? They usually do it like every
they
year.
didn't have it this year because of the COVID, or last year. So hopefully
So
they'll
wear a
rebound next
mask. If you want to do it, most of them have masks on anyway, so it ain't gonna hurt anybody.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
If they're gonna bring up the COVID thing, you could still done a scare mare. I'm
Well, I
a
know
little
you
disappointed.
You touch a lot of stuff, and this doesn't bother me. I would have gone into Scaremare. I love Scaremare. We used to do youth group, and youth group every year would go through Scaremare. But you do have to touch stuff. There's this one thing where it's basically two bubbles come together, and you have to slide through the thing.
I freaked out the first time I went through that because that was actually a little freaky.
Yeah.
It felt like you were being
Yeah,
suffocated.
my wife doesn't like it at all. So she does not go into Scaremare.
But you know what? I'm not all for. I mean, I'll abide by rules, but I would wear gloves if they said, "Look, come on, we just
Right.
got to wear gloves." I'd do it just because you know what? I want to do it. I want to go to the scare me. If they would ask everybody to wear gloves, I would have wore gloves and went and did it.
Right.
They could have still had it, man. That's just bogus. That whole thing is bogus. Sorry, I'm down today.
No, for them, they would have they would have done it more than anybody else because Liberty has kind of gone against the mask thing a little bit more than.
But
the
why
other
didn't they
universities.
have it? That's my question.
I would have guessed it's because of that. They didn't want bad press. So they've got some bad press going on now. Hopefully,
Yeah,
it all
I know.
just.
I know. But the thing is, if anybody wants to get bad press on anybody, they can. It's
right. And it's selectively you pick on who you want.
That's right.
Liberty's always been the focus of trying to make them look bad. And
Yep.
we love Liberty. So
Yeah, absolutely. And if it wasn't for Liberty, and I've always said this, there wouldn't be a lot of stuff going on in Lynchburg if it wasn't for Liberty. So everyone, I know y'all say, well, Liberty owns everything. Yeah, okay, great, because that gives us stuff to do. And some people don't agree with me because they feel like Liberty's taken over. Well, Liberty's taken over and putting things in Lynchburg for us to do. If it wasn't for that, what will we have here? And would you be that like, well, there's nothing to do in
great
Lynchburg?
stuff, family stuff, all sorts of stuff.
I say, Liberty, bring it on. Anything you want to build that benefits everybody. Am I going to get in trouble for saying this?
Not at all.
Build it all. I want you to take every street in Lynchburg, build something on it, as long as it benefits everybody and not just Liberty or a select group of people.
And up until recently, they've shared pretty much everything.
Build it all.
Yeah.
They're lucky I'm not on town council, man. I'd be like, Liberty wants built. Okay, approved. Now I'll never run for election for that because they won't.
I'm not letting you run the election as your best friend. No, you're not doing it.
They'll be like, Louis ain't getting on that board, man. He'll let Liberty do whatever he wants. But the thing is, we need stuff like that because people now on the weekends, they end up going to other places to have something to do. Roanoke or Richmond or North Carolina, whatever. Keep people in Lynchburg. I mean, I do these treasure hunts, and I'm not trying to throw a plug in there for me, but I am in a sense because I got to talk about the clues later anyway. I've had like 11 treasure hunts, and I've gave away a lot of money worth of stuff. I figured out I gave away right at like $12,000 worth of stuff. What do you laugh?
I know you have.
$12,000 worth of stuff that has literally, I don't make any money on it. I make nothing. I lose the money, but I do it because it's a donation to the community.
It's fun.
It's fun.
It
gets
people
people
outside.
Yeah, and the whole thing with this COVID thing. People were out looking for my treasure hunt during COVID, and I told them stay 6 feet apart, wear your mask, do whatever they tell you, because that's what we got to do. You know, we're under the
Best
thumb.
place to be is outside in the sun.
Absolutely, in the sun, get your vitamin D. But the thing is, I do these treasure hunts, and they're fun, and at least I'm doing things to keep people here in Lynchburg. Because you can't go outside of Lynchburg and look for the treasure hunt. You can look all you want, you're not going to find it. Right. It's in Lynchburg area. So I do these things. We need to the community needs to find some stuff to keep people in Lynchburg more, and especially on the weekends, to have something to do. And everybody watching this, sponsor this treasure hunt for me and the community. What I mean by sponsor it, give away something. If you own a restaurant, give away a $50 coupon for free pizzas or subs, or do something like that. And then I'll put it on the podcast and tell everybody that you're a sponsor for the treasure hunt, because it's getting
throwing the gauntlet down.
Yeah, it's getting expensive, man. And I want to keep doing them. And I know if I stop doing them, people are going to get like, man, why'd you stop? Man, that was so fun. Yeah, it's fun for you guys and it's fun for me, but it's getting expensive. And I can't keep doing the kind of prizes that I'm doing, but I want to make it to where everyone can enjoy themselves and have something to do. So everyone out there, here's something I'm going to be very, very clear. I need sponsors. I need people that want to give away something worthwhile, food, coupons, I don't know, anything. Yeah. So I can include that in our treasure hunt, and so people can enjoy it, stay in town, and have something to do in our town and our communities. The communities also, there's a lot of communities that should, you know, the head of our communities should be like Louis, like Lynchburg, the town. They should say, Louis, we'll give away free parking downtown for a month.
Oh, wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah, something. I'm gonna call them all, because I'm gonna start getting a little different on this podcast, and I'll tell you why, because I'm still angry about the election. I'm still very angry.
Under the bridge.
No, it's not. I'm very angry. All right, I'm not going to talk about the election, but I am angry. But I'm going to ask these people, start giving us something to put on our treasure hunt to keep people in the town, free parking for a whole month or something like that, something. So if any of you all know who I can get a hold of, or tell them to get a hold of me, please do it, okay? Because I need to start talking to these people. All right, I'm not going to go on long about this, because we're at 30 minutes already, yep. Shawn.
So real quick, I did want to mention this, because there's a lot of different walking tours we were talking about. There's and they happen, you know, over the weekends. Again, we're looking at lynchburgvirginia.org events. This is Dunbar High School, a pillar of education and community walking tour, and that's on Saturday.
I've walked that tour many times. You know why? I went to Dunbar.
Yeah. So, you know, there are a lot
of... But it'd be cool, go back and look at it now. Because I was a kid back then.
And it looks so much smaller. I went to EC Glass one time. And I'm not a large man in stature and all. Really? So I figured when I go back to EC Glass, it's going to look all the same. And I get in there and I'm like, man, this place looks so tiny.
Yeah. So did it look tiny? When we were kids, it looked like a huge,
enormous.
So you think we're going to think it looks tiny in EC Glass?
If you walk into EC Glass, that'll be the first thing you say is, oh my gosh, look how small this place is.
No kidding.
No joke. It's just your perspective changes. It's different.
See, when I was at EC Glass, I only remember the one room, principal's office. And it was tiny.
But yeah, a tour of EC Glass would be cool. I'd like to do that. But yeah, there are a lot of events going on.
But you know what? I wonder if all the rooms and stuff have changed. They really can't change them that much because of the structure.
The cafeteria back not too long ago.
Oh,
that whole area, they just completely remodeled it.
It would be neat to go back and check that out, since it's been so many years, you know, just to see if we remember any of the rooms. And you'd think the cafeteria, but you're not going to. I worked at the Lynchburg General Hospital, and I worked in the cafeteria there, one of my first jobs. And I was visiting somebody over there, and I went to the cafeteria, and I literally didn't even think it was the same cafeteria. I couldn't tell anything about it. Like it was like
it's totally different than it used to be.
Yeah. And I spent a lot of hours there working. So what else we got? Anything else?
Jones Memorial Library, Lynchburg History Lectures. Again, there's there's open mic at Rivermont Beer House. And again, I'm just reading a bunch of different things. So go to lynchburgvirginia.org and look at their events page, and they've got lots and lots of things to do.
Okay. All right. This segment went over pretty quick. We're at 30 minutes already on this segment, but let me just throw out some clues for the Lynchburg Treasure Hunt. And I do want people to contact me about some sponsors. Anybody that's participating right now in the Lynchburg Treasure Hunt group that watched this video, and I know you're going to watch it because I'm putting clues on it, contact me with some information on who I can call to get some sponsors, or give them my name and number. Louis is my name, my phone number. Write this down, 434. Should I do this?
I'm like, what in the world?
Well, I mean, they got my numbers everywhere now, so
they can call your pawn shop.
I'd rather them call my cell number because I can always change my cell number.
There you go.
All right, number 434-363-6008. Have anybody call me that wants to sponsor our treasure hunt group, or if you know somebody that wants to, participate, give me their number. Did I say that already? Did I say it backwards? Anyway, communicate with us back and forth on how I can get a hold of sponsors. Yeah. Either way, my way, or call me and give me their number. I'll call them. As far as a clue, I guess it was a podcast ago, I said that, it's the number that you're looking for is on a window of a business. I re-said that it's on the window, but doesn't mean it's physically on the window. It could be a reflection on a window. You didn't hear that part, did you?
No.
Okay, so it may be a reflection on a window from something else that you can see on a business window. Okay? I know it's a little tough to kind of get it, but when someone sees it and gets it, then it's all gonna come together.
And I have no clue. I don't know where it is, and I don't even search for it, because if I found it, everybody'd be like,
yeah, that would look a little hokey, man, and be like, yeah, Shawn found it, man. Isn't that coincidental?
In the format of the podcast, we're going to continue kind of to do local stuff.
Yes.
Events. Maybe even move into some interviewing of local business owners and stuff.
We're going to rearrange the studio to where we can actually have guests come in, because it's set up right now for me and one other person. But we're going to arrange it to where we can actually set it up to where it's going to be Shawn, myself, and we can actually have up to 2 more people in the studio to do the podcast with us. If they want to come in to promote their business or talk about something that they're involved in the community, local stuff, we're trying to keep everything as much local as possible for our communities. So what was I getting at? The clue, the next one.
Oh, you're giving another clue. Yeah,
I'm going to give another clue today, because that one I already put out. I just want to make sure everybody heard it. Okay, so the clue is it's within 5 miles of my business. And everybody knows what's wrong with that?
Wow, that's a long distance out.
Is that too far? Okay, 5 miles is a what? Let's narrow it down to I'm trying to figure. All right, let's say 3 miles. Does that help? That's not too far, is it?
Yeah, that's okay.
3 miles is still a long way.
Yeah, you can go 3 miles up 460. That's a distance.
All right, here's
the thing.
3 miles good?
3 miles is okay.
But keep in mind, I could be saying that. It could be a block away. It could be a 30 feet away from my business. I'm just saying it was within that. Shawn's going, All right, so anyway, what did I say, 3 miles?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, to narrow it down even more, 2 miles. 2 miles from my shop, okay? That's where it's hidden. And to keep in mind, it may be on a window. It may not be on a window. It may be a reflection in a window of a business, but it is in a section where there is a business. So everyone keep that in mind. You got anything else you want to talk about?
Just remember, it is Veterans Day.
Yes.
So please thank your veterans. Show them some kindness. Do something for them. Buy a meal. Whatever you can think of.
Anything. Show some love, everyone. We need to start showing some love to everybody these days, because it's not like it used to be.
Thank you.
I go to Starbucks sometimes, and hey, you pay ahead. Someone I let some lady in front of me one day, and I get up there, and they said, well, yours is already paid for. And I said, well, great. I'll pay for the one behind me. I went through there and got a cup of coffee and something, egg bites. And she said, yours is paid ahead. And I said, all right, well, I'll pay the one behind me. Okay, it's $28. I'm like, what? I only wanted a cup of coffee. But I went ahead. It was like $28, man. I'm like, oh my God. But I did it. I said, you know what? That's what it's about. That's you take your chances. Yep. I didn't say no. I went ahead and paid it. So I just hope that the person behind me paid for theirs, because typically you're not going to spend $30 at a Starbucks.
Right.
It's normally $5 or $10. But I did. And it's nice, though. It's nice to do stuff like that. It comes back. I mean, believe me, somehow, some way, when you do nice things to people, it's going to come back good things to you. Don't always think the negative way and saying, I'm not doing that because they won't get it.
If nothing else, it makes you feel good.
It does.
Yeah.
Kind of hurt me that day. There was
it
the
could
budget.
have been $150.
See, the glass is half full. It could have been $150 one. And then I would have been like, I'll take that back. I ain't paying for that. Not just kidding. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for joining in. And like Shawn had mentioned, we're going to start these podcasts, and we're going to have a little bit different, well, kind of the same format, but more fun. We want some fun. Now that the elections are over, and I'm pissed. Sorry. I'm just kidding, everyone. I'm not pissed. Well, kind of. We're going to start having fun with these, all right? Is pissed a bad word? It's not a bad word, is it? Kind of. I'm sorry, everybody, for saying that. We're going to start having more fun with these podcasts and talk about some great things in our communities. I'll probably bleep that out.
Yeah. So thank you for all the police officers out there in the sheriff's department.
Yeah. Shawn's going to get me after this.
And everybody that works at the rescue squad, the firemen, all of our people there at the hospitals and doctors' offices. We appreciate all you guys that do service.
Yes, very much so. Yep. Shawn's going to get me after we get off this. Man, it was going great to the end.
Redeem the end of this show.
Sorry. I was joking, everyone. I was joking. So everyone have fun. Enjoy the rest of your week and the weekend. And we'll try to get back here next week to do another one of these. And everyone enjoy yourself and happy hunting on the treasure hunt. So, and again, one last thing. I know we're a little over. Make sure everyone, please have people call me and give me some information for some sponsors so we can get this thing going and keep it going. All right. Everyone enjoy yourself. Thanks.